It's hockey night in Bloomington, and Jaguar girls hockey is on the air. Welcome to the state of hockey, and welcome to Bloomington Ice Garden, the home of the Jefferson Jaguars, where tonight, Jaguars welcome in the Trojans from New Prague High School for a West-to-West conference matchup. With cameraman Johnny Rash, broadcast partner Ryan Kuhn, I'm Kurt Krenz. Rye, we're going to have the national anthem here, but then we'll come back, get them ready for puck drop.
And we have another student performer doing the national anthem
tonight. That's right, yeah. Wow, beautiful rendition of the Star Spangled Banner there by Brooke, a sophomore at Jefferson and show choir. Ryan, that was amazing.
Dude, I love the new students singing the national anthem. That beats the 8-track tape we used to roll with through the static 1980 speakers, Kurt. I think as penance for being at the Aspen Spa this week, when Jason comes back, we're going to have to pick a day where we don't have a student singer, and Jay's got to do the national anthem.
That sounds like a good idea. Well, hats off to Brooke there. That was amazing. Your Jaguars will skate left to right in the opening stanza, dressed in their home whites, trimmed in Columbia blue, royal blue helmets and breezers, script Jaguars diagonally across the front of their sweaters. The visitors from New Prague in their road blacks, trimmed in maroon and white, black helmets and breezers, New Prague diagonally across the front of their sweaters. Well, Ryan, New Prague coming in here tonight had a tough start to the season, but Jaguars will look to get back on track with the win here tonight.
Yeah, we're coming off a tough loss against the Western Wisconsin Stars, Kurt, where we had a lot of shots and just didn't get the goals that you'd expect. So we're hoping tonight to see a higher conversion rate on the shots we do get.
The game is on. Third line of Trenary, Woodford, and Thornburg up front for the Jaguars on defense. It's Kalina Walsh and Olivia Knutson. Now Thornburg in the offensive zone here. Jaguars centering pass to the middle. Intercepted by Thornburg. She'll push it towards the net. Rebound left there. Get a quick whistle. Puck was loose, but
that's Jaguars. A really good start to the game, though, Kurt. Like right out of the gate, we saw a good breakout. They hit Thornburg coming across from the far side wing in transit. She tipped it ahead, and we got a good scoring opportunity. That puck was still loose even when the whistle blew. Woodford getting dumped in the net, trying to poke that home.
Jaguars will change out the forward line up front. A little bit of a swap here. Abel in line now includes Ava Osland on the left side. Starr will move over to that right side. Deep hair stays out for the Jaguars. Puck in the far corner. Can be picked up by Starr. She'll come around the net. Starr out to Walsh at the right point. Walsh loads one up. Rebounded. Starr in the crease. Sent just wide. Kayla gets there first. She'll go to Osland on the other side. Pass goes right through Abelin's legs, but Walsh collects it at the corner. Shot hits traffic. Knutson will switch sides. She'll carry it now. Tacking down that right side. Backhanded shot. Gets all the way through and covered up.
I think you made this point earlier in the year, Kurt. Traditionally, Oslin has played left wing as a left-hander. That's sort of all coming up. She was, I guess, playing out of position, so to speak, on the other line. So this might be a good move for her, just getting back to her more natural comfort zone on the left side.
Melnichuk taking this shot. Shot right by Johnson, right off that face-off win. Krenz will pinch down the left side. Krenz to the middle. Out to Flanders at the right point. Flanders. Puck bouncing around a little bit. Kuhn will pick up. Kuhn will push it low. 15 and a half to go here in a scoreless first from the Ice Garden. Unable to clear that are the Trojans, held in by Flanders. She'll send it cross corner. Johnson meeting in the corner with the Trojan player. New Prague's going to be able to skate this one out now, trying to go through RD, chip it through. Krenz gets in the way to block that. She'll get back there first, work it up the boards. Krenz will go the other way now. Picked up by Johnson on the near half wall. Held in by the Trojans. Flanders in a battle there. That'll be cleared out by Johnson to the neutral zone. Well, this is the first incursion into our end by the Trojans, Rye, but now we're back the other way.
Yeah, 4 shots already. Good start to the game. Good offensive zone pressure by Jefferson.
New Prague clears it out now, picked up by Kylie Wheelock. She'll send it over for Knutson. Knutson up through the middle, picked up by Woodford over the line. Woodford down the middle, shot, hits a stick and ramps over the net. Pinching in is Kylie Wheelock. She'll work it down her backhand side. Picked up by a Trojan. Works around Thornburg, and they'll just chip that out to the neutral zone. Knutson will send it right back in momentarily. Puck held in there. Wasn't sure it was, but Knutson has it. Looking for Woodford. Woodford back to the Trineri at the point. Trineri shot coming in. Big rebound left. Puck loose. Jaguars crashing it. Still loose. Puck below the goal line. Good scoring chances there, Ryan.
Yeah, it appears at least early on, the New Prague goalie's making the initial save, but pucks are getting loose in front off of rebounds. We've got bodies there, just haven't been able to poke one in yet.
New Prague will kick this one out to the red line now, making some changes behind the play. Held in there by Knutson. Puck still bouncing around. New Prague just trying to get it out, but Jaguars with the forechecking pressure. Now here come the Trojans over the red line. Walsh back. Going wide on Walsh. Bodies are off there. Takes her down. Nice defensive play. Like to see that level of contact being allowed in girls hockey, Jay.
Well, and it's good to see, too. Here comes Walsh maneuvering through after taking the body, going coast to coast, getting a shot off.
Picked up by Starr in the corner. Starr will come around now through the middle. Starr out to Walsh at the point. Her shot intercepted, though, and New Prague on the counterattack. New Prague down the Krenz side. Try to go wide. Krenz takes that puck away. Pushes it to the blue line, but sent back in by the Trojans. Krenz will go back for it. 13 minutes to go here, still scoreless. Krenz looking for Starr up that side, but centered through the crease. Walsh will tip that out of harm's way. New Prague getting a little bit of time here, but they're still looking for their first shot.
Yeah, they're keeping it in the zone, but Bloomington doing a good job of keeping it on the outside.
Shot towards the net, but wide. It'll be picked up by Walsh in that corner. Jaguars are going to take an icing here with 12:28 to go, Ryan. Shots are 5-0 for the Jaguars, but we're still scoreless.
So yeah, that was in our zone for probably a good 45 seconds there. We were in need of a change, just couldn't get it out of the zone. But again, kept everything to the sidewalls or behind the net, nothing in the crease.
Sarah Rash in net for the Jags tonight, still waiting to see that first shot. Played to the corner now. Flanders will go indirect, finds Kuhn. Kuhn down the right side. Kuhn in alone. Forehand, tries to go five-handle. Big stop, but followed up with the goal. Who had the goal, Ryan? I missed it.
That was Melnichuk off the rebound. But hey, that play, Kurt, the breakout, right? You heard Kuhn calling for it as she came across ice. I think that was Flanders who got it past the D on the blue line, sprung Kuhn in transition. We've talked about we need to get more transition opportunities. Initial save off that shot, Melnichuk hustling down, following it up, burying the puck.
Very good. So Melnichuk likely from Kuhn and Flanders, we think. We'll wait for the official call. Jaguars now pressuring again. New Prague with the goal, with the puck below the goal line.
They did give the assist to Kuhn and Flanders, as they should have.
Kuhn through the middle, chipped over the net by Johnson, right in the slot. Flanders at the blue line now, taken away by New Prague. Knutsen's back. Flanders bumps her off that puck. Flanders counterattack. She's going to try to come wide. She's alone, though, and loses that puck. Now, Jaguars are offside at the line. Trineri was thinking break, but Vale was caught
eyes
in.
got big there when that puck squirted free.
So 11:36 to go here, first period. Jaguars up 1-0. They lead 7-0 in shots.
Pointing, referencing an older term, Kurt, our blue liners ate their Wheaties today. They are throwing their body around early in this game.
Kalina Walsh up ahead for Trineri. Holds the puck in at the line there. Thornburg trying to chip it around a player, but cleared to the corner, to the half wall, that is, by the Trojans. Held in by Walsh. New Prague will go back the other direction this time, see if they find any open room on that side. Held in there, forechecking by Thornburg. Tries to get it to Woodford in the corner. Thornburg and Woodford battling there. Puck comes out in front to Walsh at the point. Walsh throws a shot, tipped in front. That'll just go wide. I think that was Thornburg's stick.
That was Thornburg. Did a good job getting a stick on it as she was getting shoved to the ground.
Walsh throw a short angle shot. That one will be caught and hold, and we'll get a face-off. Well, Ryan, at this rate, we're on pace for about 30 shots per period. I guess that would be 90 shots for the game. And we're on pace for giving up 0.
Yeah, we'll see how long that holds up. Jefferson not sure what they're doing, sending out a forward line here. Not sure if Mark's trying to match up or taking his time.
Get the Abelin, Starr, and Oslin line out for the Jaguars. Walsh and Wheelock on defense. Starr coming through the middle. Puck goes to the other side now. Now she'll go back the other way. Looking for Oslin in the slot. She was checked by the Trojan defenseman. New Prague tries to clear it out, but Walsh has her shot deflected, and back in it goes. Wheelock will pinch down, carry behind the net. Wheelock bumped off the puck by the Trojan, but Starr is there to pick up. Starr tripped up there, no call. We play on. Oslin will pick up, go out to the point to Knutsen. Or that's Wheelock. Wheelock knocked down by a good play there by the winger for New Prague. Lot of possession time here for the Jags.
That was a physical game too, but Jefferson really hustling, Kurt, right out of the gate here. They look energized.
Wheelock pass misses there. It'll play through the neutral zone, be picked up at the blue line by New Prague. They'll dump it in. Looking for Abelin through the neutral zone. Abelin will play it deep. 9:40 to go here. First period, Jaguars dominating and up 1-0. Puck played out to the point. Krenz holds it in, gets it to Starr. Starr through the middle. Kayla with a lot of room, shoots and scores. Kayla Starr took that puck from Kara Krenz with pretty much unimpeded right to the slot and picked the upper corner.
She made a good move to sort of get into the high slot, and that was a snipe, Kurt. I mean, that didn't hit the pipe, but that was about as close to the corner as you can get without hitting metal. Sharp shot by Starr there. I think Krenz got the assist on that, I believe. It fed from her at the blue line.
There might be another second assist. I'm not sure if there was another player along the boards there, but it should be Starr from Krenz at a minimum.
Just a singular assist to Krenz. Krenz trying to get another one here, carrying it into the offensive zone.
Krenz to Johnson to Melnichuk, throw a weak shot on that. She didn't get much on that one, but That'll be covered up.
Johnson was there, though, on the doorstep. If that had popped free, she was ready to pounce.
And what a tip pass that was from Johnson to Melnichuk. Kind of deflected it, no look. Really set it Carmen up. She was back covering for D, just didn't get a ton on the shot. Now Krenz at the right point shot, gets all the way through, good save. Played out to this point, held in there by Flanders, picked up by Johnson, centering pass right through the crease. Melnichuk there, picked up by Kuhn, circling. Kuhn to Flanders, right point. Flanders to Krenz, with room. Shot tipped in front, just wide there by Johnson.
That was a good play by Krenz. She intentionally kept that shot low, looking for the tip in front by Kuhn. Kuhn just couldn't redirect it on net.
Flanders walking the line, has her shot blocked though. Gets to Kuhn in the left half wall to Krenz at the top. Krenz loses the puck though, and that'll be cleared out to the neutral zone. Tracking back is Flanders. Flanders dangerous at the red line, but carries in. Flanders around one of the Trojans. Decides to go 1-on-3, but loses it and carried out now by the Trojans. Their clearing attempt hits the skate, and New Prague says, that's enough, we're going to take an icing.
The shot rate slowed down a little bit there after you called it out, Kurt. The hockey god's not happy with you for bragging before we get to the end, but still 12-0 advantage, and honestly the play, especially the last 4 or 5 minutes here, has been all in the New Prague end.
Trenary to take this draw. She has Woodford and Thornburg on her wings. Walsh with about her 6th or 7th shot from the point, I think, so far this game, Ryan. She keeps loading it up, but now tipped out here by the Trojans, looking for their first shot. This will go wide of the net. Tracking back is Kalina. Comes around with the speed. Kalina's such a smooth skater, Ryan.
She is. I mean, you like to see when she gets like sort of moving, she's faster than she looks.
Now New Prague sees that puck just out to the neutral zone. They'll send it back in. Walsh has time as New Prague checks up. Played out for Thornburg indirectly. Thornburg over the line.
That was a good bounce pass off the wall there by Walsh too, Kurt.
Yeah, I feel like the Jags defensemen are pretty good at those indirect passes off the boards. Now here's Thornburg looking for Trenary, but picked up by a New Prague skater, and that'll be kicked out to the neutral zone. Jaguars will change behind the play. All the plays so far, Ryan, is on the Jaguars end of the scale.
It has, and like I said, the whole team looks juiced, right? Like they've got more hop. And here we got Starr with almost the exact same spot as her first goal, Kurt.
Yeah, Kayla Starr, unassisted, I believe, put the Jaguars up 3-0 here with 6:41 to go. This New Prague team, Ryan, they're struggling this year. Let's just call it what it is. They've been shut out all but 3 games this year, and just a couple of wins on the season. But
and no JV team. They don't have numbers. What you see on the bench is the entirety of their roster.
Now we're going to get a tripping call here on the Trojans, I think. I saw Starr go sprawling. You get a tripping call on number 20.
After a pretty decent start power play-wise at the beginning of the year, Kurt, we've kind of cooled off power play production-wise the last couple of games. This could be a good opportunity today to sort of get back on track.
I'd like to see us work this puck around against an opponent like this. Let's see if we can get some good puck movement now here. Oslin to the middle for Melnichuk. Melnichuk loses it though, held in by Starr. Over to Kuhn in the left circle. Kuhn takes a shot, deflected. We'll get over to Oslin on the near side here. To Ablin below the goal line. Ablin trying to go back to Oslin. Minute 40 to go in the power play. Up to Starr on the blue line. Back to Oslin. Oslin. There's Melnichuk in the middle.
Pass.
Directed just wide. Kuhn on the other side now. Kuhn will circle around. Spin to Starr at the top. Starr with a lot of room. Shot coming in. Rebound. Cleared to the corner by the Trojans. 5:50 to go here in the first period. Jaguars up 3-0. Still a minute 10 to go in the power play. Jaguars don't have a shot yet on this power play though. And there's an interception by the Trojans, and they'll clear at the length of the ice.
It was good to see there though, Kurt. We sort of moved the puck down low, right? We talked about A lot of times we keep it up top. We got it below the goal line and worked a little bit from behind the net.
Here's Starr now carrying over the line with speed. Shot coming in. Tried to go 5-hole. Good save by the New Prague goalie, and we'll get a face-off.
So this second power play unit, because our first unit is all forwards, right? Interesting here we have the brawler, Kara Krenz, I think, if I'm not mistaken, positioned in front of the net to bang some bodies.
Walsh at the top, over to Melnichuk on the left wing. Shot blocked. Walsh holds it in though. Get it to Carmen at the top. Carmen to Knutson. Knutson at the blue line. To Johnson, back to Knutson. 28 seconds in the period. Walsh loads it up again, but that shot hits traffic and it's going to be cleared.
Hey, credit to that New Prague defender. Took that one right off the breezers. And that was a hard blast from the blue line.
15 seconds in the power play. Jaguars break out. Skated ahead by Walsh. Cross ice looking for Krenz. Jaguars have to get back on side here in the dying seconds of the power play. Now they enter. Walsh has it. Drop pass for Johnson. Johnson shot. Glove save. Fumbled it a little bit, but able to cover up. And the successful kill by New Prague.
Shot by Johnson there. You were talking about the speed that we have on the blue line earlier. That last pass there, that was almost a little too unselfish. You'd like to see Walsh carry that in once she's got the momentum.
Face-off winner, the Jaguars. Thornburg right to the middle, backhand shot, caught and held. Well, that'll be our 17th shot of the night, Ryan. To New Prague still looking for their first. Sarah's going to have to start coming out and playing the icing plays just to keep herself
soccer
awake
goaltender,
on
right? Come up and get in the play.
Trineri with the face-off win. Wheelock rifles one in on net. Rebound there, shot. Another big save by that New Prague goalie. Played out to Flanders at the point. Jaguars approaching 20 shots here. Still 4 minutes left in the period. Woodford intercepts below the goal line. Centers it to Thornburg. Off her stick. Picked up by Woodford. Woodford out to the point to Wheelock. Wheelock back to Woodford. Oh, cross ice to Flanders with some room. Flanders on the doorstep. Back. Jaguars back.
There
it is. That is Woodford with the backhanded goal from Trineri. And is it Flanders, I think?
Flanders. But honestly, Kurt, that might be the prettiest goal we've had this year. I think all 5 players touched that at some point in succession. Like, we moved that around beautifully on that goal.
Yeah, you saw the pass from Flanders to Trineri, and you wondered what she'd do. Well, she did a backhand pass to Etta Woodford, who had a whole net to shoot it, and she made no mistake on the back end. Nice play by that third line.
You could legitimately give an assist to every player on the ice there, Kurt, because we passed all 5 players without New Prague touching it.
Jaguars now up 4-0 here. That line stays on for the Jags. Cleared just out of the zone. Flanders will pick it up in the neutral zone and skate it back in. Changing behind the play. Here come reinforcements. Pass hits Starr in the skates though, but she wins that puck race back to the point. Flanders to Krenz. Krenz shot it blocked, but picked up by Oslin below the goal line. Looking for Starr, a little out of her reach. Good hold by Flanders on the half wall. 3 minutes to go here.
You can tell Jefferson's feeling that was an aggressive pinch by Flanders there, Kurt. She didn't hesitate for a minute. She was almost down to below the face-off dot.
Flanders back in her zone now. Is New Prague able to get that clear? They'll drive it all the way deep now from the red line. Oslin will pick that puck up as it rims around. Oslin skated out now with speed. He's got Krenz with her. Krenz a little too aggressive at the line, in just over the line ahead of Oslin.
I didn't see that, but I wasn't watching close enough, I guess.
I think Kara was expecting Ava to pass it to her up ahead, but Oslin carried it, and a situation like that, you just got to skate along the line, I guess, until she gets there. Now thrown in by Oslin. 2.5 minutes to go here. Jaguars completely dominant in this game. 20-0 in shots, 4-0 on the scoreboard. New Prague chips it out to the neutral zone. Krenz will carry it in, 1-on-5, picked up by Starr. Her shot hit somebody in front. Held in by Abelin. Abelin battling a couple Trojans there on the half wall. Coming ahead now are New Prague with a little bit of speed. Kuhn on the back check. Chipped in behind Knutson. Picked up by Kuhn. Kuhn with some speed out to the neutral zone for Starr. Tried to get it back to Kuhn, but taken away. Krenz picks that off, and she'll regroup here behind the net. Pass a little out of Knutson's range. Sent behind the cage now. Kara will go back for it. Kara backhanded, but too far for Starr. Starr steals it though. Here she comes down the right side. Shot. Hot and held.
Good job, Starr, using the defender as a screen. Shot that between her legs. I thought that might sneak through the 5-hole. Again, kudos to the on Starr's last shot. It's probably 30 seconds ago. That New Prague player who blocked it, you could tell that one stung.
Face-off win. Johnson coming in. Shot. Stopped, but rebound left, and New Prague is going to ice it if it reaches.
That's 2 shots that Johnson's got off of. We remember that play last year when we had the offensive zone draw where Kuhn would come in off the sideboards, center would win it back. We've been struggling with face-off wins, but that's twice now where Melnichuk's won it back and Johnson's gotten a good shot off.
Johnson has a really strong shot, so maybe we'll see more of that with these this newly constituted lines now. So Jaguars another face-off win here. Just over a minute to go in the period. Johnson fans on that shot, but Walsh throws another shot in, caught and held. Nobody in front on that one, so the goalie had a good view of it.
Does Walsh know what the Jefferson record is for shots from a blue liner in a game? Because it feels like she's targeting it. I have no idea if that's a thing, Kurt, but she's got to be on
I think
pace.
Of the 23 shots we had, Kalina had, oh wow, that puck was just laying there. Ref, he acknowledges that he blew the whistle early. Break for New Prague because the goalie was down, but we'll get another face-off here.
That could have been Melnichuk's second. I think she was the one who was sitting on that back post when the puck popped free.
Trineri on now to take this draw. She wins it cleanly to Thornburg. Thornburg gets a shot. Picked up by Wheelock, deflected in. That'll go wide. New Prague going to see if they can clear this out. 40 seconds to go. Good pivot there by the New Prague defenseman. But the Jaguars just no fear of New Prague hurting us at all. We're just pinching with abandon.
They're aggressively holding at the blue line.
And there's another Etta Woodford with her second of the night. Came from, I think, Walsh out at the point.
Walsh got the primary assist holding the zone. I don't know if there'd be a second here. I think that was Walsh holding the zone and fed Woodford in front.
Jaguars with their 5th goal of the night on 25 shots.
Woodford was just waiting for Father John to join the broadcast team. Now she's putting on a show. Now that he's in the cheap seats watching.
That's right, and he's doing the stats too, so.
Making him work. God, if we'd have known that, we'd have signed him up sooner.
20 seconds to go here as the Jags continue their domination in the offensive end. New Prague just trying to clear it out. Wheelock says that, you can't get that puck out. Puck cleared out to the point here. 5 seconds to go. Flanders will push it to the corner, and that's going to do it. Well, in 4 years, I've not seen a period this dominating by the Jaguars. 25 shots to 0. That's something, Ryan.
That's insane, Kurt. I mean, that just doesn't happen. I mean, you can say whatever you want, but clearly Jefferson came out trying to, I don't know, send a message, and break the curse. I don't know.
I mean, New Prague didn't have any shots. I'm not even sure if they had a shot attempt throughout that first period. You know,
I mean, the few opportunities where they got into our zone, I don't know that they ever really got anything near the net.
They're spending just all of their energy trying to clear the puck, and you feel for teams in that situation. And we've all of us
Yes.
have been parents of kids in that situation, coming up through Bloomington Youth Hockey in District 6.
I don't know what you're talking about, Kurt. I don't remember any of that.
So, we'll see how the game goes from here. But just a dominant first period by the Jaguars. I know Woodford got 2. I know, I guess Starr got 2, and Melnichuk got the 5th.
We might need to take a break here so Rash can go get his daughter Sarah a caffeinated beverage to keep her awake for the rest of the game here. 0 shots on net. Snoozing back there.
All right. Well, we'll take this opportunity to take a break, let them resurface. Come back with you for the second period. Your score after 1, it's the Jaguars 5, the Trojans 0 from the Bloomington Ice Garden. You're listening to Jaguars Hockey. All right, just about set to go here for the second period. Jaguars up 5-0 over the New Prague Trojans on a snowy night in the metro area. Ryan, we weren't sure that John Rash would even make it here coming from downtown Minneapolis.
He did come in covered in snow. Looks like he's got one hand frostbit. But he's going to tough it out on the camera. He's using his offhand. We'll amputate a finger or two later.
I mean, we beg him, John, you don't have to ride your bike downtown when it's this cold. But he's a fitness freak. He insists on it. So
I'm wondering, so my first game back doing varsity since last year, and we're up 5-0. I'll shoot them 25-0. This might be a Wally Pipp situation for Knutson. I mean, if we end up winning this 15-zip, 75-0 on the shot, I don't know how we can realistically reinsert Knutson into the
He's
starting
texting
lineup.
me in between periods saying, I'm coming back early, guys. Don't worry. I'll be back. But in all seriousness, though, Ryan, a game like this is a perfect tonic going into our Thursday game against Hopkins, which is going to decide whether or not we get a home playoff game this year. Hopkins being our section opponent, and head-to-head being so important in that formula at the end of the year.
Agreed.
All right, puck down in the second period. Jaguars in the offensive zone, held in by Trineri, covering the point for one of the Jags D. Chipped out now by the Trojans. Jaguars got to maintain focus here, not get loose, not get too point happy in a game like this.
Yeah, you still want to see them stay playing smart, right? Not sort of start goal hunting or get overly selfish. Continue playing the right way.
Fundamentally sound hockey and
build on the momentum.
New Prague ices that puck. We'll get a face-off down to our left. Abel and Line come out for this draw. Starr and Oslin on the wings. Krenz and Flanders, this deep pair. Clean win by Abelin. Out to Kara at the point. She passes it right to a Trojan, though. Now holds it in at the line. Gets it to Starr. Starr over to Abelin, just off her stick. Cleared below the goal line to Starr. Back to Abelin. Abelin out to Flanders at the point. Flanders tried to go D to D to Krenz, but now a couple Jags run into each other. New Prague coming ahead. Kira Abelin's going to take a penalty, but she probably stopped a rush, and we'll go to a PK here.
And she put her hands up like, what are you talking about? But she earned that one. I think she had that play. She could have made it. She definitely leaned in with the shoulder at the tail end.
She was going for the stick lift, but she got a lot of shoulder block on it.
She got a lot of body.
Well, New Prague says, all right, this is our chance. Jaguars with a penalty kill unit of Krenz, Kuhn, Flanders, and Melnichuk. Krenz clears that puck down. Kuhn forechecking hard as New Prague goes back on it. Cleared ahead, turned over. Flanders at the blue line will be able to clear it at least to the other blue line. Held in, though, by New Prague, and Flanders on her second attempt will send it down. Kuhn will win that puck race at the blue line. Krenz, aggressive pinch there. Kuhn, a shoulder block of her own.
Yeah, that's we're tempting fates now, getting a little physical happy.
New Prague now ahead with numbers. Pass off the stick, though. Back for it is Krenz. It'll be an icing instead, and we'll go back the other way.
Well,
I think I hear that Abelin and Kuhn are the tag team champions. They're just
I can neither confirm nor deny that they have an unwritten competition on who can put more people on the ice.
Starr on the draw now, wins it to Walsh. We'll see if she takes another shot here. Oh, she drops it back for Starr. Looking for a one-timer there from Wheelock. That'll be chipped out by New Prague.
That didn't connect, Kurt, but I like to see the one-timer attempt.
Starr sorting it out to Walsh. Walsh skating ahead through some traffic. Dump it in on net. Cleared to the corner by the New Prague goalie. Turnover here. Walsh at the line. Backhand shot all the way almost through. Blocked by a diminutive defenseman there for the Trojans. Jaguars pinching aggressively.
That's aggressive
on a
PK.
On a PK, yeah. There's 33 seconds to go here. New Prague hasn't entered the offensive zone on this power play yet, but they do get it out to the neutral zone now. Starr, good body defense there. She'll pick it up and skate it ahead. Bumped off the puck by Trojan defenseman. 15 seconds left. Jaguars killing aggressively here, Ryan.
Yeah, this is a little bit like it's working, but this we were talking about, you don't want to get too loose here and start like taking unnecessary chances.
Walsh will clear that down, and that'll end the penalty for the Jaguars. Abelin out of the box. Still 5-0. 3 minutes into this second period. Jaguars in the neutral zone now. Back to 5-on-5 here. Flanders will pick this up in her zone. Circle back. Got a player up ahead if she sees her. Tries to get it to Melnichuk, but it bounces over her stick. Carmen races after it. Back down in the corner. Pass out of Johnson's reach. Picked up by a Trojan. Worked out to neutral. Flanders will throw it ahead, but picked up by Kuhn. Thrown in by New Prague, and tracking back on it is Wheelock.
It was good to see that that pass from Flanders up to Johnson didn't totally connect, but it was good to see her spot it and make that pass, Kurt.
Jaguars passing better today, a little more time and space, room to connect on those passes, and probably an insurgence of confidence as well.
Yeah,
Ryan.
Yep. But you want to see that, right? Like if you have a confidence-boosting game, like work on those things that you feel like you need to work on, right?
Right. Now puck hits one of the Jaguars going off the ice. Knutson has it at the red line. She'll dump it in deep. 12 and a half to go here. Jaguars only with one shot so far this period. Played out to Krenz at the point. Krenz to the corner for Melnichuk. Out to Krenz again. Krenz, slap shot intercepted by a Trojan. Out to Wheelock. She'll send a slap shot wide of the net. Picked up on the line there by Woodford, looking for the hat trick. Thought John would have gone and gotten a hat during that intermission, but he's hatless up here. We might need to remedy that. Picked up by Wheelock. Shot coming in, tipped it in. There it is! A hat trick for Anna Woodford from Kylie Wheelock at the point. Everyone's looking for a hat, but John's playing it cool. Like, you guys act like you've never seen this before. Well, that was a nice play, Ryan, from the point.
Not only the more impressive part is we've seen a lot of tipped pucks in front. We haven't had a ton of luck in those tips resulting in a goal. That one was beautiful. Sort of the shot came in low, as you want to see from the point, and Etta just ramped that up into the upper corner. I don't know if there was if somebody fed Wheelock, if there will be a secondary assist. We'll have to listen for that.
Thornburg on the secondary assist,
well,
it sounds
they said
like.
Carmen Melnichuk, so I think they might have got that number wrong.
Here's Starr with speed all the way through the middle, coming all the way in. Her shot, best save of the night for that New Prague goalie. That was Starr in alone and coming up big with that save.
I think they credited Melnichuk with the primary assist, who's 16, when it was Wheelock 18 at the point.
Oh, okay.
There, Kurt.
Jaguars will have to get that corrected after the fact. Played in by Osland at the point. Shot wide by Walsh. That'll come out to Wheelock at this point.
But Natalie Thornburg, they did give a secondary assist to.
There's another tip out in front. Oh, Jaguars collision there. That was Abelin. Wheelock pinching here. She throws a little bit of a shoulder. Student section loves that. Cleared down by New Prague, no icing. Back is Starr, 10 and a half to go. She'll skate it out. Right around the Trojan. Starr, shot coming in. Hits the goalie in the chest, though, and she'll cover up. Well, almost the 30th shot for the Jags here tonight, Ryan. New Prague still looking for their first, but New Prague playing better this period.
They are. They've stepped up their game a bit. You don't want to see this game get too chippy either, Kurt.
Right.
Again, it's easy for games that get out of hand to sort of take on a different tone. So you don't want to turn this into a slugfest and risk somebody getting injured.
We have seen some hard contact this period a couple times, so that's a good point. Now Kalina will throw this one deep. Forechecking is Johnson. New Prague, as they've been doing much of the night, just trying to get it out of the zone, held in there by Flanders. Her shot hits a Trojan. They'll push this ahead to neutral, picked up by Melnichuk. Directed back towards the Jaguars bench. Shot hits the linesman. Picked up by Flanders, but Kuhn's in a little ahead of the play.
You were about not quite halfway through the second period, and you're right, Kurt. The shots have leveled off, not at the same rate. Jefferson still carrying play and predominantly in the New Prague zone, but New Prague doing a better job of sort of keeping it out of the middle.
Pushed ahead there by Trineri, all the way on net. Rimmed around by the Trojans. They'll work it down the ice. Probably not going to get far enough for icing. Back is Flanders as that's waved off. Flanders to Thornburg. Thornburg had a one-touch to Trineri if she wanted it. Instead, she'll carry it in. There's Trineri on the backhand. Shoots it just wide. Good play there. Thought maybe Thornburg could have gotten it a little earlier, Trineri, and then opened back up for a pass. But
and I think Trineri probably should have taken the backhand there. She was trying to get that back to her forehand. Created a tough angle.
Now up to good hold by Walsh at the point. Here comes a shot that's a little wide. Knutson has it poked past her now, and Walsh will chase back. Under 9 minutes to go here, and in the period, Walsh up ahead for Thornburg. That misses, and we'll probably get an icing here, maybe just the second of the night on the Jaguars.
You calling that Walsh shot a little wide was reminiscent of Bob Uecker with the a bit outside call from Major League, Kurt.
Yeah, I usually
that was more than a little.
I reserve that for number 6, but
just a bit outside.
Abelin will take this draw to Rash's right. First time we've been down here this period. Face-off win to the Trojans. They throw a shot weakly towards the net, easily intercepted by Olivia. Oslin loses that at the red line. Abelin steps in, though, and puck comes out to the neutral zone, thrown in on net. Covered up by New Prague. Surprised they gave her a whistle there with so much room, but...
she did have somebody sort of coming in on her, and at this point, they probably better safe than sorry. Again, this game's getting a little physical.
8:30 to go here. Jaguars up 6-0. 29-0 in shots.
Whoa.
Starr wins a face-off 10 feet high, back, goes
that was
over
like a pitching wedge
over Knutson's head, but she'll get back for it first. Knutson skate this up now. Pretty much any of the Jaguars can skate it end to end if they want to. Knutson will throw a shot, stick check to the corner. Held by Krenz at the point. Krenz loses it through the middle. It'll get back out to Knutson at the point. Shot, Krenz back to Knutson. Knutson on the left side to Krenz off her stick. Jaguars passing this puck around. Krenz over to Knutson. Knutson, shot coming in. Oslin trying to create a screen, but had her back turned and was looking at the goalie, and so we get a relatively routine save there.
I was waiting for Knutson to get on the slap shot train there. I feel like we've seen more slap shots from the blue liners today than we've seen
all
so
year,
far
really.
This year.
And I've noticed it at the JV level too. A lot of these defensemen are starting to do slap shots. Well, right on cue, there's one. Rebound left, Oslin shoots and scores. Oh no, that's Kuhn. My bad. Kuhn from Wheelock at the point. Wheelock with the slap shot.
We'll see if we get the Wheelock assist on this one, or if we again get the 16.
I have a hard time telling Wheelock and Knutson apart because they both sometimes will tuck their sweaters in their breezers, and you can't see the 18 versus 19. I thought that was Olivia taking the slap shot. That's why I said on cue, but indeed it was Wheelock with that assist, and Kuhn cleaning up the rebound.
Well, they gave Wheelock and Melnichuk an assist on that one, so not sure if Carmen might be fed that one back. Oh, that's a good shot! Wow!
Trickles just over the top of the net.
That danced across the crossbar, Kurt.
I think that was
Wheelock.
Again, she has her sweater tucked in, though, so you can't tell. Shot from that point was Flanders, just icing attempting to ice it. Flanders gloves it down in the neutral zone here. Wheelock, feeling confident, will carry in. She's alone, though. Puck out to Kuhn at the point. Shoots it just wide, whistles it just off the edge of the net. Hauled down there is Johnson, and I think the Jaguars will go into the power play. Little frustration on the part of the New Prague player.
Yeah, that's take the penalty. We don't need like a retaliation or... I think they might be given 4 minutes there. Yep, they are going to give 4 minutes, 2 for the hook and 2 for the retaliatory punch thrown. So Jefferson's going to have 4 minutes here.
Jaguars up 7-0, 6:36 to go in this game. New Prague, somewhat unbelievably, still without a shot. Yeah, there's the 4 minutes now up on the board. Coach on the bench, incredulous there for the
Yeah, I don't
Trojans.
agree with the second 2 minutes either, Kurt. I mean, that if you're going to do that, I feel like you almost have to give them both sort of offsetting 2 minutes.
Walsh will skate this out now down the left side. Try to get set up in the zone here. Double minor on that New Prague player. Out to Knutson. She'll go left side. Johnson can't catch it though, and cleared out. Held in by Knutson at the point. D to Walsh. One-timer misses. Krenz steals that. Melnichuk has it up to Walsh at the point to Melnichuk. Melnichuk. Krenz with a tip in front, and she scores.
We knew she was in front for a reason, Kurt. Hand-eye coordination. Tell your wife. We talked about it before the game.
Kara Krenz from Carmen Melnichuk.
What, Krenz is too cool to go through the line?
I don't know.
Look at that. Act like you've been there before, right?
I think there was another assist there. I'm not sure who the... Maybe Walsh would get a secondary assist on that.
So how do they... I'm assuming they handle this. They got to figure out because it was...
Well, we'll still have 2 minutes remaining. So they scored on the first. That's a power play goal for the Jaguars. Scored on the first one. Now they will start their second 5-on-4 power play here. 8-0 now for the Jags.
Again, I think they gave that goal to Melnichuk. I think that had to be a Carmen or Kara tip in front, Kurt. I think they might have got that number wrong, but
Stars shot blocked. Jaguars on the power play here. Oslin circling. Out to Kuhn at the point. Kuhn shot. Tipped on net, but good save. Jaguars up to 35 shots here. Star poked to the corner by the goalie. Got a whistle, not sure.
in the crease.
Okay. Yeah.
Evelyn just getting a little aggressive there in front of the net, a little too deep.
I think I agree with you that probably the second double minor or the second minor was a little unnecessary. It wasn't much there in a game like this.
Egged on by Johnson. So again, if you want to give the penalty to try to calm it, well, you probably give it to both. You still end up with a 2 minute man advantage.
Star over the line, takes a shot. Like to see the Jaguars get set up here. Good save off the Oslin shot. Shot by Star, blocked. cleared to the line, held in by Kuhn. Kuhn will assess the situation. Cross-ice pass, looking for a one-timer
attempt.
Oslin fan on. Oslin with a elbow, and she's going to get a penalty when the Jaguars touch.
That might have been a frustration penalty because you could tell she was mad she missed that shot. Melnichuk was ready to serve it on her behalf. That's unselfish play, taking one for the team. You see that in basketball, right? My foul, my foul.
Right. No, the foul's not on Jordan, it's on John Paxson.
Yes, yep.
All right, we'll go down to there's Sarah Rash at the other end of the ice. Trineri will play 4-on-4 here, and then New Prague will have a power play. Krenz 4-on-4 loses that puck, sent back. Flanders on it. New Prague forechecking here. Flanders turning. Nice pass for Thornburg. Just out of her reach though, and New Prague will clear it back. Trineri there to Krenz. Krenz, Thornburg. Thornburg tips it ahead. Thornburg tried to go back to the middle, but good poke check there by the Krenz to Thornburg. Thornburg to the middle, intercepted. Trineri in her skates. Thornburg now with a shot. Good save. New Prague full strength. They got a power play here. Jaguars got to remember that they're killing now, and Flanders does that and tries to send it in. She'll get a second chance here. Plays it to the corner, but now New Prague just missing. They're gonna, icing waved off. Can't figure out why. 3 minutes, 20 seconds to go here. Jaguars short-handed. Flanders will send that the length of the ice. New Prague will track back. Forechecking there is Kuhn. Carried ahead by New Prague with numbers. New Prague over the line. Down that Flanders side. Shot, attempt. Picked up by Melnichuk, and she'll clear the zone.
Good clear. Jefferson's got about 30 seconds left to kill on this skater advantage. Still New Prague without an official shot, Kurt. And we're almost to the second period.
Yeah, they're battling. They just don't have the horses to stay with Jefferson. And back on it is Knutson. She'll send it a little too far for Walsh. It'll still reach the neutral zone. Picked up by Starr. Starr trying to go end to end here. Got Oslin with her. Passes across. Oslin shoots it wide. Good unselfish play there by Starr. Oslin shot it wide. Puck hits Starr. Coming through, Jaguars full strength. Oslin with it for Starr, below the goal line, back for Oslin. Oslin, work it low, cycling, out in front. Oslin to Walsh on this side. Walsh, shot, hits Starr. Starr, turn and fire on the rebound. It goes wide. Knutson hold in. Too far for Ablin, but Kayla's there. Get out to Walsh the point. Walsh loads again, kicked just wide of the net. Walsh right out in front. Where is it? Puck goes to the corner. New Prague on fumes at this point, coming off their power play. Tip to the point. Knutson there. Over to Walsh. Walsh one time. Good save.
That was pretty.
Elbowed off by Oslin. 1:15 to go here. Play all in the Jaguars zone. Whistled wide by Oslin. 40 shots on the night for Jefferson at this point. Got a player in the net. That's Abelin.
Abelin spends a lot of time in the offensive net. That seems to be a season-long trend.
1:06 to go here in the second period. Again, dominated by the Jaguars. New Prague, even less offensive zone time than they had in the first period. Still without a shot.
There was a stretch there where New Prague seemed to be a little confused on the line change on that first rush into the...
Oh, here we go. New Prague on the break. Gets around a fallen defenseman in all alone. New Prague, shot, and they score. We talked about it in the break. All it takes is for a defenseman to fall down and lead to a breakaway. That's what happened. Wheelock fell down on the left point. It led to a breakaway, and taking advantage of it were New Prague, and they get on the board. A minute to go here in the second period. It's 8-1.
And you can see Wheelock's frustrated with herself. That was just bad luck. Sort of lost an edge off the draw there. Tried to recover and couldn't.
And tough,
and the puck just bounced
tough
perfectly
situation
out
for
a
Rash.
breakaway.
She hasn't seen a shot in 2 hours, and then she has to face a breakaway.
Good shot though by the New Prague player on that break. Tucked it under the blocker side arm.
Well, that seems to have energized New Prague. They're playing with a purpose here as the dying 30 seconds of the period. Battle there on the half wall. Wheelock goes down, takes a cross check in the back from, this is the same New Prague player who had the double minor. 33 is just trying to clear bodies, getting frustrated.
I think at this point, Kurt, you're better served, like, if you're a ref, start calling some, like, wrong box there. Start calling, like, just like they're doing here. Give some offsetting minors to try to cool players off a little bit.
Wheelock will take the penalty for Jefferson, number 22. These will be offsetting, so we'll still play 5-on-5. 22 seconds to go here in the period. And yeah, Ryan, you're right. We're at the point where this game is out of reach. You just don't want somebody getting hurt, and the tensions are ramping up a little.
Yeah, I mean, and you can imagine, like you mentioned earlier, nobody likes to lose big, right? So you have a team that's going to be frustrated already. It's just playing the entire game in their defensive zone.
Flanders to Krenz. Krenz, shot hits a skate, ramps to the half wall. Flanders pinching for Thornburg, and we get the end of the second period. Well, a period dominated by the Jaguars. They only scored 3, but they had 16 shots, and New Prague got 1, but it was a breakaway, and the skater made a nice move, a deke forehand shot, and they get on the board. And you know, New Prague has only avoided a shutout. This is their 3rd time avoiding a shutout all year, so they'll be going to the locker room with a lot of confidence after that goal.
You might be overselling a lot of confidence, but I'm with you, Kurt. Like,
I can see the jump in their step.
Yeah. I think that jump in the step is more from the physical, not back.
You're probably right.
Which justifiably so, honestly, Kurt. Like, if you're losing 8-1, and then you have the other team on top of that, like throwing gloves, right? You should be standing up for yourself.
It's for sure. And like I said in the first period, we've all been on the other end of scores. Games, like maybe not 41-1 in shots. I don't recall anything like that, but we've been on the other end of games like this, so you feel to a certain extent for New Prague. And
you don't want to give them a reason to vent that frustration on the ice.
We'll have running time for the third period. What that means for our new listeners is the clock does not stop even on whistles. Once they start that clock at the beginning of the period, it will continuously run for the entire 17 minutes unless New Prague were to close that gap down to 6 goals, but we don't anticipate that. Your score after 2 periods here from the Bloomington Ice Garden, it's the Jefferson Jaguars 8, the New Prague Trojans 1. You're listening to Jaguars Hockey. All right, just about back for the third period here. Ryan, Jaguars up 8-1. Just want to get out of here without any injuries. What do you think the strategy will be here going into the third for the Jags?
Well, you'd hope the message is like continue playing. I mean, hockey's not a sport where you can, run the ball to wear down the clock or sort of kill time. So you still got to play, but tell the players like play smart. Don't get sucked into unnecessary physical confrontation. Like play your game, move the puck, continue working on things, right? That you want to work on. But yeah, just there's no need to sort of take it to a different place and let it snowball into chippiness and a run of penalties. So play smart, let the clock go, finish out strong, and carry over positive momentum into the game on Thursday. Teams will start
this period with one player each in the box, coincidental minors, still 5-on-5, but got a goalie change. Ada Bird in net now for the Jaguars. Get her a little varsity time here. She played in St. Cloud, but this will be the first time since then.
Well, if Sarah Rash can't make a save, you got to make a switch, Kurt.
Oh, I don't think that's it. But now here's Jaguars coming in with a shot fired wide. That was Flanders. Oh no, that was Knutson. Why can I not? I cannot tell Olivia Knutson. Good call. I got my glasses here. I'll put them on. Especially with Jason out of town, man. There's one player I got to get right. It's Olivia. Now she does throw that deep into the Jaguars. You flustered me with the comment on the goalie, Ryan. Now here's Walsh at the point shot. Tipped in front, held in by Olivia. Nice pass there for Woodford on the doorstep. She gets a second shot, 2 good saves, looking for her fourth. Jaguars are going to go on the power play here. A New Prague penalty coming to number 33 yet again, making her well-worn way to the penalty box. Gives a smile to the door operator and says, "I'm back."
Nice to see you again. That was a good vision by Knutson there, finding Edda on the far side post. She almost tipped that in. Good save by the goaltender, going post to post to cut that off.
Jaguars still sending their top power play line out here, despite being up 8-1. Running time here in this third period, down to 15 and a half minutes to go. Abelin taking this draw, clean win to Oslin at the right point, over to Starr, center point high to Kuhn on the left. Kuhn to Starr, plays it off her skate, and that puck will be held in on the line by Kayla. Kayla now to Oslin, centering pass, one-timer by Melnichuk. Good play there, able to be cleared by New Prague. Hard forechecker coming, Starr back into the zone with speed, rifles it over the net. 15 to go here. No clock stoppages with the running time. Held in by Melnichuk at the line to Kuhn. On that left half wall, Kuhn back to Carmen. Carmen to Oslin. Oslin screens in front. Shot, I think, hit Starr. Deflected to the corner, picked up by Allegra. Allegra to Melnichuk in the middle, but picked up by Oslin. Jaguars with a couple good shots so far here, Ryan, halfway into this power play.
They do, and I like to see that they're fluid, right? We saw a little bit of a change of position.
Oslin.
That one in the near side post, that was Starr's third.
Starr off the Oslin shot, so it'll probably be Starr from Oslin there. Puck came off the end boards, goalie was down, and Kayla snuck it in the short side.
We're saving, I think, the hat trick puck there. 2 of those today.
9-1 now on the Jaguars' 44th shot of the night. Oh, turnover here. Krenz able to stop that shot after the giveaway. New Prague challenging here. Krenz doesn't play it out of the zone. Held in there by the Trojans. They'll work it to the middle. Poke checked by Krenz, but New Prague buzzing a little bit. Melnichuk unable to get it out. Jaguars ice this puck as Johnson chases for it, but to no avail.
I like to see, though, so one of the things Jefferson could work on, right, is sort of, we talked earlier in the day about trying to create more transition opportunities. That's something you can work on in the third period, is work on that breakout, try to spring some odd man rushes.
Trineri face-off win picked up by Flanders. Flanders for Krenz behind Bird in net. Got that's Thornburg breaking through the middle. Thornburg to the middle, all the way in, shot. Puck rebound there, loose, and a whistle. Nice move by Natalie Thornburg to the middle, but a good save by the goalie.
And just as we were talking, that was sprung on an outlet pass from Krenz, deep in the zone. Saw Thornburg cut across the middle, hit her in stride.
Thornburg able to get that shot. Not necessarily sure if that was covered up. Maybe a quick whistle, but nevertheless, clock running, 12 and a half to go here. Face-off win by Trineri, but then Thornburg, unforced error, sends it down to the Jaguars' end. Flanders will go back for it. Try to chip it ahead. Does get it to Thornburg. Thornburg will enter now. Thornburg, Woodford, nice shot. Good save. Cleared out here by New Prague and picked up by Knutson. Knutson for Trineri. She'll dump it in and go for a change. Under 12 to go here. Jaguars dominating this game. 9-1 on the scoreboard. 46-1 on the shots. Iced by the Trojans. Not sure if you might have been in the way. We're not used to having to clear the way for this end of the ice, but I've gotten a couple elbows from cameraman Johnny Rass saying back up a little bit. So
I just figured we haven't been in that end for so long. Wanted to block the view.
Well, and it gets hard standing for 4 hours, right? Which is what we have to do up here. Now Kayla Starr, pass for Abelin off her stick, picked up by Wheelock in the corner. Wheelock for Starr. Starr challenged by a Trojan and another. Work it up to Knutson at the point. Knutson to Wheelock. Wheelock pushes it low. 11 minutes to go here. New Prague tries to clear, but held in by Wheelock. Wheelock's been in a lot of these physical battles tonight, Ryan.
She is. We can't tell from up here. Maybe she's chirping out there, Kurt. You never know.
New Prague will clear that puck down. Wheelock, her pass hits a Trojan and held in at the point. Shot attempt there from the left side. We're calling out shot attempts now. That was intercepted by Abelin. Jaguars trying to exit the zone, looking for Oslin, but pass doesn't connect. Starr will pick it up with speed, but has it poke checked off her stick. New Prague bench celebrates that. They'll ice this puck here, and we'll bring it back down.
Running time down to 10 minutes. Shots at 46. Should get above the 51 benchmark. I'm always tracking a shot per minute, Kurt. We're definitely on pace early. Slowed down a bit, but should goal now. Let's see, 10 goals and 51 shots.
Melnichuk face-off win to Johnson. Johnson shot blocked. Picked up by the Trojans. They'll skate this one out, but only until a stick lift by Melnichuk, and back in she comes. Carmen right to the net. Good save there by the New Prague goalie. She's had several good ones tonight, Ryan, as New Prague ices it yet again.
I mean, we're counting right now up to 47 shots, and obviously 9 goals a lot, but I mean, the shots we're getting, we've talked in recent games about not converting on our shots, maybe quality of shot. Tonight is quality shots, Kurt. They are rockets from the slot.
Had some great passing plays, some great tips in the front. Here's Johnson
Another
spinning and firing. Another great save by that New Prague goalie. Her goals against isn't going to look good, but she's made some quality shots here. Now Flanders sends a one-timer wide. New Prague tries to chip that puck out, held in by Vea. Flanders to the middle, puck off Johnson's stick, cleared out to the point. Walsh, she'll turn and fire. That'll just skip wide. Picked up by Kuhn. Kuhn going to go around the net, try a wraparound. Got Johnson down in the crease. Now she drops one of the Trojans. Kuhn coming in, tries to go short side, but caught and held there by the New Prague goalie.
Every time I see one of the Jefferson players circle the zone like that, Kurt, I get a nostalgic feeling for NHL 94 on PlayStation 1 back in high school. That was the go-to move to score a goal.
Was it? Yeah.
Circle the zone. Yep.
Now, did you ever have games end up with shots of 48-1 in that video game?
Games, yeah. It's not impossible on
when you're playing Grandpa, right?
Yeah. In real life, no, but this is a bit of a video game score sheet, Kurt. 9-1, 48 shots to 1. And playing on rookie level.
Trineri will take this draw. Not making light of New Prague or anything. Jaguars just don't get many games like this, so when they happen, they're interesting, right? Krenz shot from the point. Woodford looking for her fourth in the crease there, but another sprawling save by the New Prague tender. Nearly up to 50 shots here.
And there, that was a good example. I want to credit Thornburg, right? In front, that puck was loose. Thornburg didn't take an unnecessary whack at it. She didn't skirmish in front. She calmly, skated away, didn't cause trouble.
Woodford for Krenz. Krenz, wow. Shot hit the New Prague defenseman in the skate, bounced right to Etta Woodford, and she gets her fourth of the game. Etta Woodford from Krenz and Knutson, I believe, on the other.
I think so, yeah. I think defenseman. They went D before the shot. It was a good shot by Krenz, and went off a New Prague skate. Woodford almost knocked that one out of the air, Kurt. That wasn't sitting on the ground. A good hand-eye coordination for goal number 4.
Well, you made the comment about maybe it's having Papa John up here in the stands, and who's going to argue with that theory at this point, right?
I don't know, man. I don't know, 3 years in, I don't know that I've been witness to a 4-goal game, Kurt.
Jaguars ice this puck. The running time now is going to have us under 6 minutes by the time this puck is dropped, but yeah, Etta Woodford, man, nose for the puck tonight, and she looks good in that crease, banging in, sometimes off rebounds, sometimes off, bouncing pucks, sometimes off great passes, as we saw from the one from Trineri.
Now, are we going to see Starr pressing to get her 4th goal to keep pace here? A little internal competition?
That could be, and they haven't even put that one up on the board, I don't think. I thought that was her 10th. In now is Oslin. She'll go behind the net. Oslin, NHL 94.
It is, NHL 94 move. Oh, almost worked too.
Chip it out to Flanders at the point. Flanders has her pocket picked, but recovers. Able in there to clean it up for the Jags. Almost had a repeat of the...
like she's missing out on the slap shots, Kurt. She started the season here, I remember, in game 1, demonstrating a newfound slap. I think she scored a goal on it.
That's right.
She's seeing all her fellow blue liners ripping rockets, and she's wanting to get one off.
Well, New Prague, not that they weren't wanting to ice the puck in earlier periods, but of course with running time, absolutely no reason not to ice that puck. It just bleeds off another 30 seconds, and that's what they've done here now on successive attempts. Puck right into the crease, thrown by Kuhn, but cleared to the corner by New Prague, and there they go, icing, attempting to ice it again. Krenz gets a stick on it. Jaguars now will ice the puck. That was Walsh looking for Johnson on the right side, but passed a little out of her reach.
They never did put up, that was our 10th goal, Kurt. I'm going to attribute it to a new scoreboard operator down there, sort of learning on the job. Rookie mistake. Either didn't check that the button push worked.
Could it be that the scoreboard doesn't go to double digits on this new rig? You never know. No, well, yeah, I guess when we played Prior Lake, that wasn't here. So Krenz ices his pucks, successive icings.
It appears that there's a second digit there. I think you could put a 1 up. I'm going to chalk this up to scoreboard operator error.
Well, we never got the goal call either, did we? So maybe, I don't know, maybe they didn't count that one. Could it be that they didn't count the goal?
They went to center ice.
But they never announced it.
They credited Woodford with their 4th goal.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Right, Jaguars ahead 3-on-2 now. Krenz over to Johnson, off her stick. Johnson pushes it in. Krenz will get there below the goal line. Krenz protecting the puck, but 2 Trojans take it away. Melnichuk holds it in, gets it back to Krenz. Krenz to Kuhn in the middle.
Ooh.
Kuhn's shot hits a leg and ricochets to the corner, up to Walsh at the point. Walsh, Melnichuk, Kuhn in the corner. Cleared nearly out. Now Johnson takes down one of the New Prague players there.
Credit to Johnson there, not getting
I think
sucked
Johnson's going to take a penalty here, though. Johnson's going to the box for that hit.
But that the New Prague player sort of had her legs tied up. Johnson did not retaliate, just calmly waited for the New Prague player to get up and skate away. So penalty or not, credit to her for not escalating that situation.
Oh, definitely a rookie scoreboard operator. He was not supposed to put that penalty up until the puck was dropped. Now, New Prague's already lost 15, 20 seconds on this power play. That coaches are not happy about that.
He's attempting to fix it.
They'll probably just keep track on the scoreboard from when that puck was dropped. Jaguars clear this puck. Star racing hard on a hard forecheck. Spun down by the Trojan player. No call at this point. New Prague clears it out to red line. Knutson waiting for the line mates to clear, and she'll send it in. Penalty kill unit of Knutson, Flanders, Oslin, and Star at this point for the Jaguars. Here comes New Prague with numbers now. New Prague gets around Jaguar defenseman. They'll carry it in low. Battling there is Star. Flanders will get there. She's got room to send the puck out if she wants, but instead loses it. And held in by New Prague. Star will pick up. She'll skate it. Got Oslin ahead. Finds her in stride. Oslin. Shot coming in. Caught and held. Star banging at the puck after the whistle, but we get a face-off.
Down to our last minute, we got to the 51st shot, Kurt. Maybe thinking ahead, you mentioned next games are 2 days from now, Thursday. You said that's a home game, correct?
It is against Hopkins. An important one because for all intents and purposes, it will determine whether or not the Jaguars get a home playoff game in this postseason. Hopkins is a section opponent, and it's probably going to come down to us or them as to who gets the home game. In the final 35 seconds here as Krenz goes back for it. New Prague ices the puck on the power play here. Just trying to figure out when Johnson is allowed to exit the box.
Probably on the puck drop here, but it's going to be with 10 seconds left on running time. It ain't going to matter. So, Kurt, I don't recall, did we play Hopkins last year?
Just in the playoffs. They defeated us in the playoffs. Is that right, Johnny? Playoff section quarterfinals.
I think that was a tight game, correct? We were tied late into the third and then lost by a goal?
Correct, yeah. We had the lead and then they nipped us at the line. Well, that's going to mercifully end this one here from the Ice Garden. Jaguars win this one 10-1, despite the fact that the scoreboard says 9-1. Shots 52-1 for Jefferson, and just glad to get out of here in good health right now.
Yep, agreed. I mean, I think this was good. We've been in a bit of a, I'm going to say, scoring slump from the standpoint of maybe just not converting as much as I think the girls would like based on the volume of shots they were getting. So this should be a good confidence builder. Had mixed up the forward lines a little bit, seemed to click. I mean, however you want to package this quality of opposition, whatever, it doesn't hurt to score 10 goals and build some momentum, some confidence, some good feeling going into an important game on Thursday.
Absolutely, yeah. Jaguars certainly will be full of confidence after a game like this. They pretty much did whatever they wanted throughout the night and had a good result coming out here. Now, Jaguars meeting, as is tradition here, they do it every game pretty much, have a little prayer at center ice. Got one Trojan in the mix from what I can see. That's always good to see.
That's a brave Trojan warrior right there, singularly wading into the den of jaguars.
That is, but give her credit. Give her credit. Well, nice win here for the Jaguars. They get the 10-1 win. Etta Woodford with 4 goals, Ryan. That bears a highlight.
Yeah, I don't know that I've witnessed a 4-goal game in my 2+ years here now. You can see Coach Johnson coming over to get some additional game pucks. We had 1 4-goal game, 1 3-goal game. I don't know if we had any first goals today, but
I think everyone who played today has a goal. The one Jaguar who's seen significant varsity time yet to get a goal this year is Alicia Moore. So I've got her sort of marked in the memory banks that if and when she gets her first, that'll be a first varsity goal. But I believe everybody else probably has one at this point.
Alrighty.
All right. Well, for Papa John Rash, the father of the 4-goal scorer on stats tonight, new member of the broadcast team with Knutson out on his spa vacation. For Johnny Rash on camera, for Ryan Kuhn, Kirk Krenz signing off from the Bloomington Ice Garden. Your score tonight, the Jefferson Jaguars with a 10-1 win over the New Prague Trojans. Come back with us on Thursday night, same time, for a game against Hopkins. You've been listening to Jaguars